Welcome, people. Welcome to another lovely episode of the Wilder Podcast. This is the Wilder Boys. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome, my lovely people. You know who we are. It's another one. We did another one. This is really, really troubling times, but quarantine is getting most people going crazy right now. You know what I mean? Like, this is lockdown all across the world. The only people that are having fun right now are the people in Mars.
Nah, people are like, stuck with their baby mamas, their girlfriends or side chicks. If you're stuck with your wife, it's maybe a different ballgame.
I don't know if those people are having fun, but we'll discuss that in a second. But thank you so much for joining us. It's another lovely episode, another episode that's going to be promising with a lot of stuff. We've got so much that we're talking about. If you don't know who I am, I'm sure by now you know, but in case
move it on. If they don't know, move it on.
Yeah, but you would have new people tuning in this episode. Like, you never know. People will pick up different episodes and listen to. So I don't know who you are. Don't get full of yourself now. All right. So if you don't know who I am, I'm Mr. Nobody, and the guy that just said you should know who he is.
I didn't say you should know who I am.
Yeah, but that's what you just said.
Well, if you're listening to this and you don't, just go listen to another one and
don't force people to do whatever they want. Like, they can do whatever they want. If you don't know who that is, well, maybe you should listen to him. But just in case you don't listen to him, his name is Anakomi, all right? And this is the Wilder Podcast. This is the Wilder Boys. So, Nana, since you've rudely interrupted me and introduced yourself so gallantly, like you want people to just know who you are because you're that famous right now. Like,
I didn't say I don't want people. I'm just saying
if
you tuned in or if you're just checking it out, this is season 4, episode. No, whichever one it is. I don't like. That's how long it is.
Know who you are. Even you don't even know who you are.
No, I know who I am. I just don't know. As a matter of fact, I think it's gonna be season 5, episode 1 anyway. So it's been that long.
Look at this guy. He's just been like, he's one of his weakest quality is administrative work. You can clearly see that. If you leave this guy to run your company or whatever you're doing administratively, this guy's gonna run you down. But anyways, people, thank you so much for joining us. Now what are we doing? Okay, since people should already know who you are. Since we don't know what episode we are, what are we doing? At least if we don't know that,
I'm gonna brag in it
right now.
Oh Lord. All right, people. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good night, whichever time,
You don't want people to be going to bed while you're just doing your podcast.
Yeah, they could be lying in bed and listening to it. So whichever way.
They should still be awake. It's not good night. You only say good night when you're able to go to bed, all right? You don't say good night. You say good evening.
Anyway, whatever time, you're listening to this, whatever you're doing, and, we are all in this together, people. We are all in this together.
I don't know about you, but I'm not in any coronavirus together, bro. I'm coronavirus free, and I like to stay like that.
Yeah, what's it called? We talking about how our celebrities, the Nollywood actresses, the Gollywood.
How come whenever they do any testing, they always go, you tested positive? Why don't they say you're tested negative?
Yeah,
negative should be for the bad things, right? So they should just talk to negative. No. Positive is always for the positive thing.
Yeah, because we're testing for that thing. So if it's positive, then it's positive that you got it.
No, but that's bad news.
Yeah, positively bad. That's the thing.
No, but negative is like, okay, maybe
we should say
maybe
we should say we're not what's it called? We're not testing for the thing. So we're not because then if you say positive, then you're good.
Because I always say, hold on, like every time
positive is a confirmation, isn't it?
They say no, but positive is like have a positive vibe. Okay, think positively, do all this stuff. So we've affiliate positivity to good news. Okay, now if you go test for coronavirus and you say you tested positive, that's bad news. But using the word positive to now say what you've got, which is
but
bad.
What if what if it was even like well then again now I was gonna say what if it was HIV, but nowadays
except the way
some people probably rather have HIV than coronavirus.
This is the very first thing. This is one of the cases where when they say you're negative, you're happy. When they say you tested negative, you're like, yes, like, I don't have it. This is one of the very few cases where you don't want to hear positive. You just don't want to hear the P word.
Okay. Which one? Like, let's put it. Which one do you think people would rather take now anyway? HIV or coronavirus?
Depends
like if people turn out.
No, it depends where you are in the continent.
It
depends where you are in the country, or it depends where you are in the world. Okay, because if it's this part of the world, you rather HIV than coronavirus. because right now there is that most doctors and basically the medical institutions across the world don't really know how to deal with this virus right now.
Yep.
Okay. So, but HIV, there's drugs for it. I mean, you don't want to have both. You don't want to have any. Because that's a bad combination, right? You have HIV, then you have coronavirus. Like, how you gonna deal with that? But I mean, I don't know. I just think that been saying you test positive is. I think we need to change that. Like, just say you tested negative, all right? So at least that way we are consistent with the word negative. Because in this case now you said positive, and I'm already crying. but positivity means something good. But anyways, that's just me thinking, because you were talking about these times that we're in, and I'm thinking people should go test. And I'm thinking, hold on, if you test and they say you sound positive, that's the good news you don't want to hear. That's the really bad news. But positivity is always related to something good. It's always affiliated to something good. But what are we doing, Anna? What are we? That's just me sidetracking for no stupid.
Yeah, but like I said, anyway, we basically looking at how some of our celebrities have stepped up. Stepped
up.
Well, to help the community, we know how hard it is down there, and especially
how they help in the community by going to do the test and making sure we would test positive or negative.
Yeah, we're talking about the donations some of them are making.
Oh, it always
goes
down to that, isn't it? Money.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
So what do they do this time? Like, because there's a quarantine period, so you can't really go out there.
But people are like, and that's
I'm be doing concerts. You can't be doing that.
Well, Shatta is throwing a concert anyway online. Yeah, Shatta is doing an online concert anyway.
I stand corrected.
People need to be entertained.
Facebook Live.
People need to be entertained anyway.
Yeah, I stand corrected.
Especially with the people being stuck at home. But then again, when people have even got the right, money to actually watch a whole YouTube live or whole.
Our artists like money, so like they're not gonna throw free concert online. Like, I mean, they can talk.
I think Shatta's one is free anyway, if I remember correctly. Anyway.
Yeah, of course, if it's online, it has to be free.
Not necessarily. You can charge for it.
People to join.
Yeah, you can charge for it. There's some YouTube Red and everything. You can do you can put some things up, as sort of premium stuff.
People already have problem getting data. You want to charge them again on top of that? Like, have mercy. Seriously. Like, come on. Unless maybe you're doing it for international people, then I get that. But if you're doing it for Shatta doing it in Ghana, for example, people already they're already quarantined. They have no money, and the little money they have, they need to stay online, so they buy data. And then you're not telling them, how are you gonna even collect the money?
Well, mobile money.
Mobile money.
Yeah. Momo, they send them mobile money, send them a code.
Wow, that's the future, I guess.
I mean, it's easy. Sitting down, they send you, and then you get a code to enter.
What celebrities have done what? Apart from Shatta throwing a concept that might be free, might not, or might be free.
It probably is free. I don't know. It just so we got people like Asamoah Gyan. Asamoah Gyan went around.
Is that still a celebrity?
Asamoah Gyan is a celebrity. What's wrong with you?
When was the last time he kicked football? Does he still play football?
Of course he still plays, but he hasn't retired. He's retired from the national team. He hasn't retired. Yeah, I mean, don't forget that he's a musician as well, People do forget that. People always think Asamoah Gyan is just a footballer. He's a musician as well. He had tracks with Castro.
He's just a footballer. Because
how many even musicians in Ghana can even boast?
I do not know why every other people that are talented is something always think they could do something else. I don't know why that is. Like, okay, you're a footballer, and now all of a sudden, well, I bet Patapaa is better than you.
No.
It has to be. Like,
nah, Patapaa is not better.
Because Patapaa is a musician, right?
So, it doesn't change the fact that you're there. Wait a minute. Wait. Patapaa is a musician. Okay. No. What's wrong with you?
Patapaa is just
how many hits has Patapaa has?
Put some words in the word.
Isn't that what musicians do? They go to the studio, put words together, and then they make music. Talent.
But I don't think Patapaa is talented. But yeah, Asamoah Gyan, what did he do? What did he do?
He went around giving some.
It went around.
Yeah.
This guy want to get coronavirus. He went around. Well, they told you not to go around. They said stay in your house.
Well, he had gloves on and he had a face mask.
They told you not to stay, not to go around. Now you want to go around because
you gotta have the community in it.
When you were free to go around and do all this stuff, you didn't do it
because there was no pandemic.
So now you do it, and then
because there's a pandemic. Well, that's another thing.
I hope he's covered up properly.
Yeah, it was. It seemed like he was. So, and the good thing is he actually involved the politician, which I thought the politician was gonna get props for, even though the politician didn't pay shit. Like, so he went around with the MP for the local MP.
Why would he do that? Why?
Yeah, but of course, you're always gonna make yourself look good, innit? Think about
Why
it.
would you do that?
Yeah, but think about it.
Okay, so what did
if you get a politician close
let's
to
understand this. What did you do? Because like that all of a sudden is not looking so innocent anymore. So what did he do? What did he do? Tell me what he did. He's like, it's looking iffy right now. Like,
if I'm just like,
no, it's looking really iffy.
He killed 2 birds with 1 stone.
Kill what bird with one stone? Like,
you gotta get good with politicians.
Yeah, what did he do? Did he go give money? What did he do?
No, he just
rice?
giving like he was giving these wash basins, sanitizers, and stuff like that. No?
People are hungry out here. You're giving sanitizers and wash basins. They're already staying home. That's already been taken care of. They said stay home.
But that's what I was gonna say, because you take him here, like you take Asamoah Gyan did the same thing. You take Fela Makafu and Medical, they did the same thing. They actually went to a police station, giving them hand sanitizers and face masks. I was like, you work for the government. The government should be providing that anyway. They gave someone the streets.
This is going from something good to something really bad really quickly.
And it's not even just them anyway. So you take them. So
no, but wait. So, do you have an estimate of how much he spent? Because maybe
I don't know, because
but how much do you think he would spend? Like,
well, he's been given a lot. So
yeah, but how much? Like what? 10,000 Ghana cedis? 15,000 Ghana cedis?
I don't know. But
20? Because to me, that's a wastage of money.
Let's say at least for Asamoah Gyan, it looked like a lot. So I'm gonna be generous and then say maybe 5 to 10K.
Sanitizers and basins.
No, but it's not just 1 or 2 people that was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. For people to wash their hands and sanitize themselves. First of all, it's a good gesture.
You gotta keep safe.
No, it's a good gesture. I'm not gonna say, but it's a good gesture done. And actually, it's not a good gesture. I don't even know what I'm saying.
It is a good gesture.
It's not, because what you're talking about, if we're gonna put it practically speaking, first of all, the government should have done that. They didn't do their job. So first of all, the government should have done it. No, the government should have done it.
I don't think the sanitizers and that's not government's problem.
No, what I mean is the government should have kept the public safe. Whatever that means is whatever that means to the government.
Yeah, but I don't mean that.
The government should have done that job, which is keeping people safe.
Which they've done.
Okay, no.
They told you stay. No.
If he's offering sanitizers and basins, what does that mean? Sanitizers clean your hands, right? You always make sure you rub your hand with sanitizer. Basins, pour water and wash your hands. Yeah, we didn't put soap on that, so first of all, like,
or maybe I was giving soap. Maybe he was giving soap as well. What are you gonna say? He's gonna give hand towels as well? For them to dry their hands.
I was getting there.
Get the fuck out of here. I was getting there. This one.
What is what doing is what doing well. Okay.
Shut up.
But let's say let government should have been doing that. So what I would have said, because I didn't even do anything.
I don't think it's a government thing though.
It is.
What the fuck is it a government's problem?
The sanitizer and the basins.
That's none of the government's problem.
Form of way of keeping people safe. Okay, that's not a form of way of.
You're telling me in your homes you don't have a source of of water.
You're asking me for this? Was
Asamoah Gyan did? No. But you're the one blaming the government. You're the one
blaming the government.
Yeah, you said it's a government's duty, but it's not the government's duty.
It is.
No, how's the government's duty?
Safe is the government's duty. That's why they
no.
That's why so keeping the public safe is not the government's
keeping the
duty.
Public safe to a point. There's an individual responsibility as well.
You don't start drawing the line.
Of course, there's mine. No.
Don't start drawing the line. We're not talking about the line on the side.
Of course, we're
just saying the basic thing.
The basic thing
for an institution that's been elected to be that institution for a country.
So, are you gonna say the government should be the one that's feeding people now?
What? They're supposed to create jobs so people can get fed by their workers.
So if they create the job exists, and then you are home. Let's assume. Hold on.
Are we talking in general or are we talking Ghana? Because government ain't creating jobs in Ghana. You know that.
Well, you know that.
What jobs?
You can say they're creating not enough jobs. They're creating jobs.
No. What's the population? Let's
I'm not gonna make this into a political show. I'm not shifting the goalposts. All I'm saying is you cannot expect a government to be providing you with hand sanitizers and washing basins.
No one is saying that.
You did. You said the government should be doing that. You did.
I'm not saying that. That means you're not listening to exactly what I'm saying. Asamoah Gyan, right, provides sanitizers and basins. What's the basic of that? The basic of that is for the public to be safe, right?
Yeah.
My point is this, right? That's the government job. The government job is to keep the public safe at this time, this difficult times. Whatever that means for the government is what the government is supposed to do. For example, in Italy right now, or even across the world, the government is doing a job by saying, look, everybody stay home quarantine for 14 days. That's keeping people safe, right? So if the government is already if it takes effect in Ghana, by the way, because I don't know if it did take effect in Ghana, but we can discuss that.
You should watch the video. We'll get there.
We'll discuss it if it take effect. Now, my point is, if that's already been done and people are already following it, then what Asamoah Gyan did is extremely redundant. People already in their house. They ain't going out. They're not going to get this virus. And if you do get this, if you do go out, right, and you are in potential of getting this virus, then they say use a sanitizer and wash your hand. That would have made sense if everybody is still walking around and no one is in their house and then you go, I know you don't have a choice. You have to go out. But use the sanitizer and the basic. Oh, I said, fantastic job with Asamoah Gyan. You were forward thinking. But right now, it looks like what he did is useless. Okay? The government has already said everybody stayed home. Okay? And if everybody stayed home, you don't need sanitizers. You don't need to wash your. I mean, come on. Unless people are then dumb and they're not going to.
Well, the thing is, some people but some people are supposed to be so out. Like like even here, where they're saying,
then you look at those, like, for example, if Asamoah Gyan went and said, "Oh, nurses and doctors are still going out there," and again, which the government should have done, by the way. That's what I'm saying. He's still telling that to the government, because if the public workers are doing their job in these difficult times, the government should have make sure those public workers have everything, including the very, very small thing, to keep them safe. Now, if the government didn't do that, I know Asamoah Gyan went, "Oh, you guys are always going out. You know, you have families. You know what I mean? Because we don't know. Maybe you might go home, but every time you go home, just the sanitizers right there. I buy it for you. Plus, I'll put the basin right in front of the entrance of your house." Because the government didn't do it, so I would. Now, that would have been really great. We'll have gone, wow. Well, the government dropped the ball, but at least it's nice to know somebody in the country that has the resources. It's still got some sense in his head. Okay. But right now, I don't know why he would do that. Like, what's the basis of buying sanitizers and basing to wash your hands? Did he include water as well?
Included, towels. Nonsense.
I'm just saying, listen. Like,
this guy just poo-pooed on somebody's generosity right here.
Listen.
That's just terrible.
No.
That's wrong, man.
Get me right.
I'm not.
That's what I'm saying. Get me right. What he did is, it's better than me. I haven't done anything. Okay, but I'm just saying, like, come on now. If you have bought rice, if you have bought like bags of rice and give it to family members and say, the government's already keeping you safe, and I know some of you are struggling in terms of food. You will struggle in terms of food.
But that's where
then it makes sense.
See, that's where some guy anyway, Kwame Bediako, who is actually one of the richest young people. Probably in Africa anyway, because he's actually quite rich. He's into real estate and stuff like that.
Because some Africans don't declare how much money they have. So when